Okay, this looks like it might be working now. Oh, that's much more like what I'm used to seeing. Okay. Okay, I'm so sorry for anybody that joined and got kicked out immediately. That's my fault. Well, I think it's my fault. I don't know. I just completely closed YouTube and reopened it, and now everything looks to be going okay. So, I couldn't tell ya. But once again, we are getting ourselves set up for a live stream that could be 24 hours long. And that means we're going to practice getting the speed run going so that we can get everything going good and strong and great. So I'm going to go ahead and just practice the first like 2 hours of the run, I think. Somewhere around 2 hours of the run. Just to see where we are at, what we can improve on, concepts that we need to. Not sure what happened the first time. Yeah, I think it was partly my fault, Handheld Fan. I'm not sure what it was, but the YouTube wasn't letting me see chat, and I was really not gonna be okay with that. I like seeing you guys chat and getting to interact with you, so I wasn't about to just start streaming and not be able to respond to anybody if they messaged me. So I turned everything off, turned it back on, like I closed out of YouTube completely in hopes that it would fix something. And looks like I can see you now, so that makes me happy. I'm gonna try going straight down the hill instead of going for the chest like I normally do. I just feel like that chest is a little bit out of the way. Oh, this one's one we can't open. That's unfortunate. So I'm sorry for kicking you out on the first time, but I'm much happier that I can respond and see ya. And here we are. Seeing what we can do with some practicing and seeing what we can do with probably practicing a little bit of glitches just so that we can see how difficult they are. I'm not particularly great at them, but they are potentially something we're going to do depending on the result of the poll. Hey, Karoth, let's go. That's right. So if you guys haven't already, many people have already voted on whether we are doing a glitched run or a glitchless run. So if you haven't done that yet, feel free to keep that going. The poll will be live until the run starts. And that's going to determine whether we do glitches during our potentially 24-ish hour speed run. Or if we are just going straight through it as fast as possible without truly breaking the game. Now, the only truly game-breaking bug is duplication, but, I mean, that is a pretty big one. Actually, I don't have enough stone, do I? No, I do. Okay. Whew, I got worried there for a second. Go ahead and make both of our pickaxes. Oops. Darn. Now, if I come across a rusher, I'll be very upset. Or a dire hell. We'll just have to make some spears if we do. It's a dire hell. Of course. Of course we come across one. Oh, and there's a crozier up there. That's a bummer, too. Let's see if we can't... He's not going to be able to hit us, right? Yeah. That works for me. Of course the dire hell has to be right by these crozieros. See if we can't avoid them. Looks like so far so good. A really early dire hell is so clutch. And just hit it a few times, back away before it can dash into you. And we're good. Okay. Early dire howl. That's super nice. Would have been even nicer if I hadn't accidentally thrown that early sphere, but hey, you know, we're gonna live. We can now make the hanging trap, the campfire, extra things. We apparently hit that. Let's go ahead and just catch this tansy too. While we wait. Of course you do pop out. Can't say I'm surprised. But this guy will help us make things and cut some trees for us. I can't say no to that. I feel like that's probably a good choice to go with. And he's fine furs! Look at that. Man, you don't get much better than that for a start. That means he is going to be a, reducing the price of the pals from the black marketeer here by 3% right away. Very, very nice of the game to give us that right away. Hopefully the speedrun is going to go something like this. That would be pretty ideal. Okay, we get ready to make our... Right, and then technology. We want the spear too, so that we can poke him easier. So here we go. Just about 2 hours on the clock. See what we can put together. We're gonna go ahead and unlock all our technology right now. I'm gonna unlock the bow unlike the last couple of times I've done this. I think it might be worth it. My Tansy is taking a beating. I think we just let that Tansy hit us and ignore it for the most part. We don't have spears. It can hit us. It's not the end of the world. How much is that guy down? Go ahead and let that Tansy attack back. Oh, I don't have any stone. That's unfortunate. We go ahead and just drop some then. Nice job, Tansy. And let's go ahead and prepare for our next few items. We don't have a bed yet, but we're gonna want a place for some beds. We can tell Tansy to start making some other stuff. The feed box we're gonna need more with. Go ahead and do that. We'll collect stone in just a second. So now we have the traditional hanging of the black marketeer. I feel like I gained control super late there. Okay, bye. None of them are good, to be honest with you. So we're not gonna buy any of those. We'll save our time. It's a nimble dire howl too? Man, you don't get much better of a start than that. That's really convenient. We'll leave the wood there for now. Just a little bit of mushrooms to keep us full. Hopefully everyone's day is going well. I have been pretty tired today. I don't know. Just didn't sleep much last night, I guess. But nonetheless, we got a lot done at work today, so we're feeling pretty proud of ourselves. And now we're getting to play Palworld, so we're having a great day. You know, can't complain about a day you get to play Palworld. Now we are gonna respawn ourselves after this, so I'm not too worried about him hitting us. Go ahead and just grab some more stone since I haven't seen a rush ore yet. Just collect all the stone we need. We should have the black marketeer still burning, yeah. So we're not in a particular rush to get back while he's still burning. The Tansy should still be going. Let's go ahead and get our work speed up. We've got the next level so we can get the parachute ranch and berry plantation. And he should be dead here in just a second. Actually, that was the last tick of death right there. Okay. We'll go back after we run out of stamina right here. With some nice little respawning. I'm surprised that Croagero didn't attack us at all while we were doing this entire little gambit of stone collecting. I'm gonna drop the stone immediately. so that we can get back to doing this. I think this is probably one of the pain points of the run, is trying to get enough gold in the beginning. So I think focusing on doing that over base improvement or anything else is probably vital. So that's what we're gonna do, is see just how it feels to go for Black Marketeer really before anything else, and go from there. Okay, poke him, see what we can buy. Any nobles or fine furs? Oh gosh, that's such an expensive fine fur. Never mind. Vitalia is really good though. We'll go ahead and take it. So there we go. Now, with our stone that we put down, we can make ourselves a... Oh, no, we can't. We can almost do it. We're gonna need to put down this too. What am I doing? We need to grab the wood that we've got up here. Honestly, since we're here, go ahead and help the Tansy out a little bit. And now we build our base up so that we are ready to go to the next stage. That was more weight than I was expecting. That's alright. Now that we've got the stone, put that there. Go ahead and get everything into this chest. Particularly the heavy stuff. And there we go. We should be good on that. Let's go ahead and upgrade our base. Make sure we're ready to go for the next little segment. We want a feed box. And we don't have anything for a bed just yet. Go ahead and do a quick check. There is a land wall out here, so I think we go ahead and do that to improve the base. We can't catch them, but I think it's probably worth it. As well as going for the glider so we can get ourselves around. That's just barely enough for that, but I kind of want more for the Pal Gear workbench, so I think we go and just kill these next two. Things are going really, really well this little early game. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Alright, he'll come to us. Nice. Let's go ahead and grab some more wood while we're out here. Direhowl Saddle is level 9. Ike the Deer is level 11, so it's hard to say if it's worth waiting for the Ike the Deer. Ike the Deer also takes some ingots, so all definitely viable and possible, but can be a little bit of a pain to go for. So we do want to go for all of it. It's just a matter of getting to it. Good question. And here, let's try to get this hanging trap up and set, and burning them once again. Use Petalia to help make that much faster. Poke, see if we can buy anything interesting. An artisan is not a bad buy, honestly. I think we go ahead and buy that, because we're going to be considering things for late game while we're doing this on this particular run. Not just going straight for the Anubis like we did on the other ones. More dire howls. We already got a nimble, so I'm not too worried. But this will give us the leather that we need. Which, that'll be nice as well. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves a normal parachute so we can get over to the small settlement without any issue. Let's go ahead and set ourselves up to have a straw bed, shoddy bed. We've got that, we've got that. We need a ranch at some point. We will probably need... No, we're not going to need that, I don't think. Get ourselves everything for the early game setup. We do have 2. That's nice. Technology, we can unlock these now. We want the Pal Gear workbench. We want the Statue of Power. Oh my gosh, I can't place. There we go. go ahead and build ourselves a cloth outfit. And now that we have our... We've got everything we need to get over to the small settlement. Let's get over to the small settlement so we can start potentially catching pals really quickly, since we should now have the ability to get the pal spheres and stop killing them, which is always nice. Oh, do I not have... I'm not going to have... Oh, I do. Okay, they can put it away. Okay, I'm thinking the base of that rock in the distance now. The last couple of times we were a little bit to the left of it, or we were right on top of it, then a little to the left of it. Now let's go right to the base of it and see if that makes a difference. That worked fine. That's a pretty solid launch. Could potentially see a dire howl, or not a dire howl, a rush ore over here, and if we do, I think we will be able to pull them into the small settlement so we can buy the pal spheres we need to catch them. I saw flax though, unfortunate. Okay, maybe not quite as fast as the last time we did this, but still pretty fast. Go ahead, buy ourselves a ring of mercy. We're gonna go ahead and buy the wheat seeds we need for the base. We're gonna buy the flame organs for everything we need. Venom sacks, electric organs. We already have the dire house, so we should be good. Buy some leather just in case. Let's go ahead and grab the rest in pal spheres. I think we should be good that way. We don't need the wool. No, okay, we're good. Okay, we should be set on pal spheres on this run now. And that means it's time to go catch stuff and level up. So we go back to this base so we can hang the Black Marketeer once again. We always want to be getting more gold from him so that we can go get ourselves the handgun here sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and set this down so that he's hanging. This is out. We poke him. We didn't save any money to buy anything. That is actually kind of sad. The Lunaris would have been so nice. We don't have anything to sell. Ah, that's a bummer. We can put Patalia in the base. We don't need the Melpaka with us right now. We do potentially try to catch these deer. Nope, they already ran. Alright. That's fair. That's fair. And there's nothing. Okay, T-Fint. We can catch T-Fint pretty easy. Go ahead and grab berries for the smallest amounts of experience while we're out. Potentially we'll finish this little loop by... Well, actually, if... No, I got the deer, but not the T-Fint. That's a bummer. That's alright. Ow. Uh-oh. Making me work here. Ears. Okay, got one. Watch the stamina, watch the stamina. Okay, went for the dire house, so we're okay. You're gonna have that attack. Yep. No! Alright, that's cool. Yeah, all pals run. There's currently 187 in the game. And, we definitely can't do that tonight. One, we have work tomorrow, and it would take a very long time. And two, I think it's going to take 20 to 24 hours, maybe more. It's a very long run. So that was unfortunately not the most efficient way to spend our time. We definitely wanted lower level pals, but that's alright. We got ourselves an Ike the Deer. Maybe not the worst thing to get in this particular location since there's no stone immediately in this vicinity. But yeah, all pals. That includes the raid bosses, which means we would spend a lot of time getting ready to do the raids and everything in the game. Since we are working for the levels, we go ahead and buy those. Those are easy to get, but we're going to go ahead and use them. Go ahead and put the Patalia away. for the deer so that we are getting more stuff. Oh, I guess we could just upgrade the base. That makes more sense, actually, doesn't it? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, no, I want the T-Flint with the fine furs. That's awesome. I didn't even look at the other... No, I only caught the Cheery. Okay, we're fine. Go ahead and put down the berry plantation. They can work with that. I need a little bit more weight. It's unfortunate because those tansies got much farther away in that little bit of time. And this is why we need a bow. I should probably just craft a bow. And he's not coming back, so I think we go for this. See if we can't get these tansies. And, ooh, those ribbonies would be nice too. That's a little less than I was wanting, but... I swear, ribbonies have way more defense than I would think for little bunnies. Okay, a Chicopee is a great one. They don't run away, and we are getting closer to the right level. A dire or a rush ore would be great. Dire owls are always nice. They're fairly easy to fight. Go ahead and finish this off. Got you. We're level 8, so if we can get this Cativa and potentially another purchase from the base. Oh, so there's rush ores. Okay, this run we're missing the Paldium, but otherwise it's really good. And we died to those that Ike the deer earlier. A little bit of a time loss there, but not the end of the world. Oh, that's going to prevent us from sliding down this hill. Go ahead and slide down the hill. Put everything away. Do that. Stop back here. Grab the gold. Get ourselves ready to gain more... Oh, gosh, I made a misclick. Favorite pal? I like so many of them. Like, Dire Howl is definitely one of my favorites in the game just because I really like wolves and his mount speed is really nice for early to mid game. That said, I really love Astagon. Astagon is wonderful for so many different things in the game. I think we just go ahead and grab those. Don't worry about the Toko. I really like Jetragon. He's obviously great for getting around the game. It's a fun pal to have and fly around with. I am a big fan of... Oh gosh, there's so many pals I like. So few pals I dislike. I think is maybe a better way to say it. Keep the Tifa for now, I forgot. That way we can do that. I thought it would be Chillet since it's my profile pick. You know, I do really like Chillet. I really do. But I don't think I can call him my favorite. The profile pick I specifically chose because I was having so much fun using the build glide glitch to get over to him. And I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty proud at how quickly I was able to do it. It was a little miniature speedrun for myself, and it was super fun. Favorite pal for utility? I think I do have a Tansy with fine furs, yes. Oh, I apparently can't hit that. Let's see. Utility pal. Did I already get rid of that entire rock? No, it's right there. Okay. Utility pal. I would have to pick... Gosh, I really like that Lylene can heal you. It's such an uncommon skill for pals to have. So that's really nice. Is it my favorite, though? Gale Claw obviously is one of the best for just flying around. Hangyu in general is my favorite for grapple gliding. Gosh, there's so many. Rushor is honestly the best early game, like, just grab all the items you need. Otherwise, it just takes way longer. Do I have a favorite? I don't know that I do. Linares is being able to be bought from the Black Marketeer for like 5,000 gold or less. Honestly, might put it up there as well, because the level 3 handiwork means everything gets done so quickly. They're just a decent base pal. They are pretty darn good when you actually use them in combat. Just lots of interesting stuff in terms of utility pals. Actually, the Wraith would be a really good buy. Wraiths are harder to find than a lot of other pals. Okay, we have 47,000. We can probably get ourselves over to Fisherman's Point. We're going to technology, unlock the Direhouse saddle, and all these things so that we can start getting ready for... And I don't have Palladium. Duh, that's why I wouldn't go yet. Okay, so let's not go while we hang the guy, or else we would lose that. I should have thought about that before I was even thinking about leaving. Man. Yeah, there's just so much good stuff in the game. Hit this Tombat. Throughout Battalia. Top 3 base pals for best base optimization. Astagon, Shroomer, and Anubis. That's my top 3. I'm just gonna straight up that's it. Right after that, I would definitely have to say Jormung Tide or Blasmut Ryu, because you can't do much without making things. But I'm a fan of the Shroomers. I like Shroomer quite a bit. I could easily see Shroomer not making the list as well, though. Oops, that was really bad. It's pretty dependent on how you are playing and what you want to play with. If it's not, it would definitely be something like Astagon, Jormung Tide, Ignis, and Anubis or Splatterina. I'm definitely on the Anubis team, Team Anubis, because there's plenty of times I don't queue up a handiwork thing for them to do, and then Anubis is just going to go mine. And the number of times I need any medicine made is practically none, and I'd rather just use Bellinor Libero for a minute or two when I do make something, so... I'm on Team Anubis. Anubis looks pretty cool, too. I mean, you can't dislike the skin. I mean, I guess you can. But I like Anubis. We now should have enough money. I forgot that I could have grabbed that Tansy. It's gonna be like right there. That should be a good launch. I'm actually gonna want to land here. Dang. used a lot of stamina on that, and I didn't actually apply any. If I had just added it, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Dang it. Should have done that. Okay, so that's a pretty unfortunate mistake. I wouldn't call it like the biggest time loss ever, but it is not a good time loss. We'll leave it at that. It's one that was easily preventable, and I didn't. But now we should have a pretty easy time making our way into Fisherman's Point here. Plus Naruto Run is a plus. Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with a ninja. Ninjas are cool. We've got multiple Reptiles to choose from. We're gonna choose the one that is not losing works. Well, easygoing is probably not that bad either. That's alright, but there we go. We got that. Probably should have waited for a little bit more, but that's alright. We've now got the makeshift handgun. We've got our ammo. We've got our cake baker. We should have plenty of spheres for right now. We go ahead and start this once again. Don't have money to buy anything from him, unfortunately, but that's alright. We'll live without it. What I did want to do, though, was this. I feel like it is worth waiting for the Dire Hell saddle since it is just so much faster. Thank you very much. Do I think Anubis looks like a Lucario? Yes. The answer is yes. Why? Because Lucario looks like an ancient Egyptian god, and Anubis looks like an ancient Egyptian god. Do I think that they look similar? Yeah, they're both based off the same exact thing. Sorry, I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't think it's necessarily Pocket Pair ripping off of Pokemon in this case. I think it's Pocket Pair ripping off the ancient Egyptians. Take that for what it is. You could say it's still Pokemon ripoff, but I think it's really just an Egypt ripoff. I might just be trying to be nice to Pocket Pair though, and maybe they really are just stealing from Pokemon. Really, I'm not too concerned either way. I was always told good artists borrow, great artists steal, so so far I would say Pocket Pairs are pretty great artists. I don't know if that only applies to music though, but I'm still sticking with it. Nice little fun movement of the camera there. We should have time still, right? Oh, is he done? We've already killed him. Okay, cool. That means we can go ahead and do this, get back to base, and restart his hanging. For just a second, I wondered if I didn't hit him once again. That would have been sad. So unlike the Anubis speedrun that we were trying yesterday, we are going to focus a little bit more on doing hanging of our Black Marketeer and making sure we are gearing ourselves up for late game much more than we were the other day. Hellbat's a goodbye, Moraith's a goodbye. Don't worry about the rest. Inspired, yes. Precisely. Couldn't have said it better myself. Guess I could go for those. They're good in the trees too. Good lumbering pals. Go ahead and grab the dinosaurs, if we can catch them. Nice, some Tansy. Okay, this dinosaur really doesn't want to get in a sphere. I understand. Workaholic Tansy. I don't know why we can't just pick this up. Would be nice. Okay. He's almost dead, so let's get back into the space. Get ourselves ready for the next little bit. Put some food away. I think we'll just keep the caperty meat on us. We can put that away. Not care. Awesome. Now it is a dead black marketeer. And we go back so that we can hang him once again. Yeah, it's funny. You know, I tried composing music a few times back when I was in college. And it's so funny. There's a number of times where I'll start on something and I'm like, man, this sounds really good. And then like months later, I'll hear the song that somebody else has composed, whether it's a truly classical piece or something else, and I'll be like, oh, I totally just ripped it off from this. And I didn't even realize. Hey, Papa. You're finally off for the weekend? Oh, man, I wish. I still have a while to go before that. That sounds lovely. Put you in. I think we're going to take out the Lee's Punks so that the Reptiro can do all that. That's not the right one. We had a different... Thought I saw... Thought I saw another Fine Furs. Am I imagining things? I'm imagining things. Alright, well. Alright, it's time. It was going to spiral here sooner or later. Goku versus Saitama? Dude, you're asking the hard questions, man. The questions I truly don't think have a correct answer. If I had to answer, it depends entirely on which Dragon Ball Z. Are we talking GT Goku? Because GT Goku beats everything. End of GT Goku beats everything. Except for maybe Sailor Moon. I'm not entirely sure on that one. If we're talking, like, Goku from the original Dragon Ball Z, Saitama. Pretty straightforward on that one. If we're talking Goku from Super, that's gonna be a close one. I think that would be a true fight. Oh, the Tansy at the base is the one that I... Yep, you're right. Nice call, Karoff. I still want to say Goku because that's what I grew up with, but man, it's so hard to say that because, I mean, we all know that One Punch Man is, yeah, it's, Saitama is, he's overpowered. It's awesome. I think I'm gonna have to go with Goku. I think I have to go with Goku. I've not seen enough of Saitama doing world-defeating things where, like, you could see somebody destroying a planet with their own hands level things. There it is. Nice find. Let's go ahead and put Catalia in, and I guess we don't need the second tier for right now. Okay, let's get ourselves the stone and logging pit. We're gonna put them up here. The plan is to move the base in just a little bit. So what do you think? What would you say is gonna be the winner in that fight? Goku or Saitama? gold back, we should be pretty much set to go. Once this guy is done getting burned, I think we make our way over to the Chillet so that we can start... Oh my gosh. So we can start going for the Anubis. I did like getting that early Anubis in yesterday's runs. That felt right, going for that. Oh, did it really? Man, why do I not remember seeing the punch destroy galaxies? Is that manga only, or is that... Have I just not watched something with that series yet? Super beats Saitama. We've got one for Super beat Saitama. All right. Oh, that was a lot of wood. Oh. My heart says Goku, but it's Saitama gimmick to destroy. Yeah. Manga only, Saitama versus Garo. Garo, probably. Yeah, that is the thing, is it would be an interesting thing to find out. But truthfully, it's I don't think I do buy anything else. The Repturo is tempting, but I think because we're gonna get Anubis so early, we don't worry about it. This will give us some extra bullets. We don't want too many, but we do want a lot more spheres. Yeah, I've never been a big manga reader, so unfortunately I can't say too much on that side of the story. Only watched a handful, or read a handful of manga. One of the ones that I read was Beck. Oh man, I loved Beck. Beck has to be one of the better anime I've ever seen. Sounds like a Lucky. Did I not put it out far enough? Okay, we're good. Actually, I should have just kept going. I was thinking about the one from yesterday. And Empty Void beats Dragon Ball's verse. What I think about that's probably fair, Kuro Kaiden. Oh, that hit us? That's unfortunate. I tried to dodge. Goku versus Superman with a lot of maths and stats and content. That sounds interesting. Did you see the animated Goku versus Saitama one? I thought that one was a lot of fun too. Oh, actually, we wanted to go to Celery, didn't we? That would have been better. All right, let's go ahead and go over to Celery. Did that not? Did I hit no? Interesting. You guys bring up some good points on Goku versus Saitama. I tell you what. Maybe I'll dig into the theory on these YouTube videos when I take a break tomorrow from streaming. It's gonna be a combination of me not playing Palworld and me getting ready to do this speedrun by making sure I have food and probably actually planning out the strategy a little bit more. Okay, I apparently can't hit anything. An Empty Void beats DBS version. Okay. But what you think about it? Yeah. I think we all have to just agree that it's kind of impossible to know for certain. But using the brains, we can piece some things together. But I think we're all gonna end up being biased one way or another eventually anyway, so. Ooh. Let's go ahead and eat, make sure we're doing full damage. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Infinite potential, not infinite strength. That's an interesting way to look at it. I've always been the, like, magic in Dragon Ball Z has always been the strongest force. At least in my opinion. Specifically coming from, like, Dragon Ball. Like, anybody that had magic was like, you had to like, not take them straight on, for the most part. I mean, just look at Shenron. Shenron itself is magic. You kill someone, it comes back to life. Like, that's not the strongest thing in the universe, then I don't know what is. And I feel like End of GT Goku has like learned magic and stuff on top of his fighting prowess and his just general ability in fighting, because he is a fighting genius, at least compared to everything else in Dragon Ball. Okay. We did hit 17, right? Or 17? 19? I think we did. So let's make sure we just go get our chickpeas. Chickpeas are celeries, as that's what we really need to make a nice anubis. I'm wondering if I should farm celeries on another location where it's almost exclusively celery, or if I should go here where I can catch a bunch of different pals at the same time to level up. Okay, yeah, we're already level 20, but only 47 minutes in. Oop, I needed to shoot him once at least. Now, you really wanted to go something fun. What about something like Gurren Lagann versus like Saitama? Like a galaxy-wielding robot versus Saitama. How about that? What's the consensus there? Because we see Saitama absolutely destroy that alien spaceship, but that was nowhere near the full strength of Saitama. Nor something like Gurren Lagann. But if you guys are saying that Saitama can throw and destroy galaxies in the manga, then we have some potential competition there. Oh, actually, I don't need T-pins anymore. Let's not do that anymore. I was doing that because I wasn't thinking about it. We just wanted to keep catching solar rays to hopefully get a really nice one. But at this point, we don't even need to do that, so probably shouldn't. Going to go ahead and grab a few more solar rays. Just to see if we can't get a good match for that Korajiro. Cool, another Pangolette. Look at that. It went that way? Oh man. That was the last one I wanted. Oh, an Artisan Pangolette. That's what I wanted for Celery. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That should be enough. Let's see what we can do for breeding on this particular run. Goku one taps most of fiction. That's hilarious. Now I can say, I think I said this before, but I couldn't finish Super. I don't know what it was. It just wasn't for me. You know, it sounds crazy, and it probably is. But yeah, I did not finish Super at all. Okay, we get ourselves the cooking pot, expedition. Actually, we should probably just go for the breeding farm. Okay. So this is how this works. We are now at the spot where I can basically get ready to move bases. We're going to go ahead and... Let's go ahead and upgrade this while I think about it, but that's going to get taken away as well. Yes, that is gone. Okay. Can we just go ahead and grab all of it? Nice. Almost all of it. Let's go ahead and just give ourselves one more weight and start adding into attack. Okay. Now we can come up here to where I normally build a base. Place this down right about there. No, you can't help build. Oh well, too late. Get ourselves all set up for a long run. We've got those two in. We want to go ahead and make sure we've got the crusher, but we need to go grab everything from that particular chest. So that chest is going to come up to this one right here. We should be able to do that. Oh, we've got Lunas. I forgot about that already. Okay, now this is the part that sucks. It's a little slow, but maybe a lot slow. Go ahead and respawn. We don't need to be quite near the Black Marketeer anymore. Since we are working to go for a longer run, we're going to give ourselves much more space to build so that we don't have to hate our lives. Around equal, I'd say. Gurren Lagann beats broken at the end. Or gets... Yeah. I think I can agree with you on that one. But I could see people argue it for one way or the other, and I wouldn't be opposed to either argument or any argument. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves everything we need so that we can start this up. The breeding pen is going to come on down. I like having my breeding pen over here. Nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we have our statue of power right here. We're gonna make ourselves a foundation so that we can make ourselves go to bed when we want to. We'll say that can be right here. Oops, not that. There we go. And we can put this down. We want these pals to have some beds so they can sleep. We don't have the honey as the same as last time, essentially. Sun Wukong over its no con. No, no. Gonna go there. Gonna blow everybody out of the water. Level up so nobody can even stand a chance. Our relaxtress is male, so we need a female with some sort of decent trait. I guess a philanthropist could work. It'd just be a fast breeding. That's serious with another glutton and bottomless stomach. We might do that, honestly. We're not gonna. We're not in combat. Even though the raid is coming, we can go to sleep. I don't think I've ever tried that before. That's funny. Okay, so that means they're gonna continue to work. We can go ahead and catch these Toko. Oops. Sun Wukong is beyond broken. Am I thinking of the right guy? I think I'm thinking of the right guy. Did I not build the crusher? I thought I built the crusher. I probably didn't actually. Okay, there's the crusher. We have the primitive furnace. We have everything we need except for we're gonna need some nails. We're going to need this to keep us getting stronger. Can I put that there? I didn't think I could. Just keep that down. We want this to help upgrade the base. I'm gonna put it right here so I remember to actually use it, I think. Pal Expedition Station goes out here for right now. We've got the breeding farm, we've got the logging, we've got things to unlock. Technology, let's go. High quality, heavy, medieval. Then we're gonna need cooler box, sphere workbench, mill, monitoring stand. The mill we probably want to make now, but we're gonna go for this because I just thought about it. And then we need the mill. There's the mill. We've got pretty much everything all set and squared away. Go ahead and upgrade the base at least one more time. Berry farms. Actually, you know what? Let's put the berry farms over by... That, okay. That is who I was thinking about. But I was thinking of... Sun Jinwoo? Is that the guy from Solo Leveling? Who I also think might have been inspired by Sun Wukong? I don't know. Sun Wukong is yeah, I'll make a feed box. Is he classical Chinese? We don't have much money, but we should have it from... There we go. Shouldn't need that. We should need this. Yeah? Alright, cool. This is going to... Okay, there's our upgraded base, so we can throw in Relaxress and Celery. I did not make a... Oh, you know what? For right now, while get ready, one of them can help make that. We're gonna just use the PAL monitoring stand because I would rather do that. Wukong fodderizes Kratos. Oh gosh. Let's see. Alright, male, female. We should hopefully get a okay one. It's unlikely, but you never know. You have a chance. Throw in a pangolin here instead of a deer. Instead of a tansy. Tansy's just a little bit of an outcast there. Hopefully on the run itself we get something a little better than what we have. Oh, that's why. Yeah, we're not going to worry about that just yet. We want the farm going. And that should be good there. And then we've got our nails, so that now we can make a high quality workbench. High quality workbench is down. Let's go ahead and make this. Add in. Well, you can't do nails because we're out of content. Flour is coming in. Out of content? Out of ore. The stuff that we need to make it. Oh, I missed the ore site by just a little bit. That's unfortunate. It's alright, we don't need it that badly. But I think we just go ahead and... Oh gosh. 4, 5. Go ahead, get ourselves going so that we get everything. And let's go. Oh, I don't have honey. What am I doing? Ah, that's a good thing to remember for tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Saturday. Highly recommend the beginning after the end. It's better and I adore solo leveling. Nice. I really like solo leveling. There's some things where I'm like, okay, that's fine. But most of the time I'm just like, okay, this is too hype not to enjoy. So I'll have to give what you're saying a look, you know, see what I think. Get ourselves over this direction. Yeah, that's perfect. Essentially perfect. Right over to Patalia. That's exactly what we want to do tomorrow. One of those should hopefully stay in at 70% each. Hopefully both. This will get us the honey. Now we can start. And with our two pals already breeding, we really could stay on the cake the whole time, but I think Reptiro's gonna handle this for us. Let's see where his sanity's at. It's not bad. I think that'll be just fine to consider. Let's see. I don't need Foxbarks with us. Let's see if we have any nobles now. Very bottom. What am I doing? Nobles. Sort. No. Okay. So I think we go ahead and just level up while this is happening. It should only be a handful of minutes before we're ready to go. Nice, some Croagios too. So this is level 22. We are doing pretty well with our Anubis. It should be ready before an hour and a half, which I feel like is probably acceptable. I tried to hit both of you with that one, but that's alright. Is that a Kojio, or did I just see something? Nope. It was not my imagination. I am not going crazy yet. At least not that crazy. It's an isekai anime, though. Hey, you know, there's nothing wrong with a good isekai. I especially like trucks. Trucks are one of the best characters in isekais. It's a shame they get such little screen time. Could you imagine an isekai where there's a second truck? You just taking a break? No, no, no. Okay, you're back. Cool. We will just keep going then. I wanted to check his sanity and potentially, I don't think I have any way to truly restore it right now, but I was considering it. In fact, do we have any stone on us? I don't think I do. We should probably continue hanging the black marketeer. As long as we're leveling in this area, I think it probably makes the most sense to do this. Well, I think I have money. I don't have money. Did I miss any really good traits? I don't think I did. Okay, we'll keep the artisan. Chance we breed that in the actual run, so we're gonna try to act like this is going to be an actual run. Keep the fine furs so we can buy stuff later. Serenity's really good. Keep them. Keep the ferocious for now. Keep the empty one. Keep musclehead. That's fine. Okay, with that, we have enough for another Lunaris, which is really rare. And those two, just to help us out a little bit. Also cleaned out our inventory just a smidge. Okay, we should be getting fairly close to... Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. Oops. Go ahead and give him some food. We want to unlock the egg incubator. Let's go ahead and put it right here for right now. He's done with that, so we can say start on the ingots. We're doing him in our inventory for two reasons. One, he will not be sad with us. And two, he will not stop working with us. And I guess technically three, we can give him food so that he's not hungry while he's with us. So I think the Reptiro being with us is just a big help. Alright, we're down to 15 minutes for that egg. That's a 1 hour 20-ish minute for an Anubis. We are not ready to get our next one just yet, though, which is a bit of a bummer. Or are we? We need more flour and milk. We can go buy more milk. We don't need Reptiro out for right now, so we go ahead and keep him in. Where was the other fine furs? There we go, fine furs. Let's go ahead and take out the Cativa once again. Did we have another good pal? I don't think I saw another great one. Like, no nobles so far, I don't think. Which is remarkable. Craftsman! Dude, that's the second time we've gotten... Wow. And that one is better than what we were gonna be working with anyway. Okay. Dude, if we got a remarkable craftsman on the run, that'd be so sick. It's just such a boon to the economy. Like, not necessarily as rush ore, but as another pal. Huge. Huge. We're gonna lose the stone and stuff from the... Oops. Stone and stuff from the hanging trap, but that's alright. Let's go ahead and just buy more of that, just to make sure. And with that, we get back to base. Yeah, solo leveling is Korean, but I think Son Wukong is Korean. I actually don't think I ever specified what I meant by when I said that. Let's go ahead and put Lunaris in the base right now. Not spoilery summary, there was a former king Get transported to a new world with all his memories. Ah, I like that concept. I don't feel like I see something like that very often either. Former king. Like, sure, you'll see salaryman or just common everyday person, but a king? That's an interesting one. Spears. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough for that cooler box, am I? Nope. So we're gonna pick up those ingots, make some more. Or can I just get rid of the research for right now? We can get rid of the research for right now because we're gonna do that later. We want to upgrade the base so it's level 10 so that we are ready to move on. He was born into the world. Interesting. You're just making it sound cooler and cooler every time, Sadistic. Wheat. We actually will leave the wheat plantation in so we can do that. We can... Oh, we've already got cooking pot. Okay, cool. I think I go ahead and add this PAL research back in so I don't have to forget about it. Don't forget about it. Upgrade the base one more time. We can now add in more PALs to the base. We don't have too many that we really need, but I think we go ahead and add in the dinosaurs. That's it. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Nocturnal, that's sick. Okay, so those guys instead of the deer, I think. That means really fast planting. We don't really have great gathering. I guess we could just use Veilet. Just make sure we have plenty of food coming in. It's actually getting an anime? Nice. That means I'll probably watch it. I tend to watch almost everything that starts to air when it comes to a new season. But it can be tough to do that. We're going to go ahead and try to not worry about our food problems and cakes for the future. Has a few trailers out already. Nice. I'm going to have to, again, when I'm not streaming, I'm going to have to go look into this. It sounds sweet. Do we bother with it? I do need to go grab... Let's take out Limnaris. That's the glutton. Yeah, that's the glutton. Cool. Now we've got everything there. Get ready to set up our second base. Just break this, not grab it. We'll grab the rest of that in a second or two. I think it's probably worth, probably worth letting him finish that cake before we go out. Yeah, it definitely is. Let's grab more palladium. A word that I don't necessarily know, but have played so much of this game, I always say one way or another. Wish I was a little better at knowing what words were, but that's alright. Well, they are grabbing everything. It looks like he finished up the cake. Nice. The only problem is I did not give him an ability to do anything else. PAL weapon workbench. Sorry, PAL weapon workbench? Weapon workbench. Yeah, that's what I thought. So that's done, but we don't have ancient civilization parts. That's exactly what I thought. Getting ready for our next Anubis. And I am really thinking I don't give myself any food. As if we do end up respawning, which has a decent chance of happening here, then we won't need to eat. There we go. Or do we eat anyway? let's do it. Oop, missed. That's alright. Let's see. We do need to make sure we have everything we want for a base. I totally forgot, but that's alright. Shouldn't take long. Just a couple of swings right here. And that's everything for a base, so that we can get set up. This is not my favorite base, but it does have the ore, so here we are. Okay, let's see. Did we have tombats? I thought we had one. Yep. Cool, there's a tombat. We don't have any other level 2 mining, but that's alright. Starting with one should be okay. Storage, we don't have any more wood. Let's go ahead and grab just a little bit more. Probably put a couple of deer in here as well, like we did last time. Beyond hype, it actually got an anime. New chapters come out every Thursday. Just hit over 200 chapters so far. I can't put it down. Can't recommend anything anymore. Fair enough. Fair enough. The fact that you're not recommending my channel more than this show, it's fine. I'm not jealous. I'm just kidding, of course. Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a look at some point here either after I'm done streaming here or tomorrow when I'm just chilling for a little bit. I like checking those things out. I feel like it's always fun to see when new things are coming out. Let's go ahead and get ready to build a ranch over here too. Or do I just do that? No, let's do it now while I'm thinking about it so we can get some chickpeas going for us. We've got plenty of fiber. We can take some more wood. We can put some of that stone away. I think that would be enough for the ranch. We only need 20. We're still overweight by... Whoa, that's because we did that. There we go. Yeah, you should be sorry. And you know why I'm saying this, right? I mean, sadistic, spirit, come on. I gotta break you down a little bit here. How else are you gonna live up to your name? I'm really doing this to help you out. Right. I put it all away. I'm so dumb. I should just do what I always do and just build one, destroy it, and then move it. T-bait? Alright, I can do that. Let's just do what I always do. Just, unfortunately, it's too heavy. Don't need those 43. We should be fine with just 20, right? Yeah. Now the question is do we run around for tombats, or do we let our pals continue to work at the base? Don't tempt your sadist. I'm only gonna give you a tease too. I'm not gonna say any more now that I've gone that far. That's it. We're done. That's all you get. Now the question is do we just stay happy with 2 for right now? I think that's probably the answer so that the base can continue to thrive. Let's put in a Nightwing for the base. Let's go ahead and add in... Do we not have anything else that's really worthwhile? No, not really. That's frustrating. Okay, we need to go get good pals. Go ahead and keep our base running, I've decided. We're now at the point where we have a handful of minutes left for those anubis. Those anubis should not be particularly good. Let's get back over to the relaxresses. So speedrun mean all pals and all towers, or just all pals? It's technically just all pals, but what's going to happen is we're going to do all towers too. Almost guaranteed all towers. As unfortunately... to get the expeditions to work the way I want to. Oh my gosh, really? Am I just that that bad on this setup. To get the expeditions to work, we're gonna need the towers so that we can do the expeditions we want to do. Not the best of launches, but that's alright. We live. So, the towers will fall. We especially need to defeat Bjorn and Bastigor. We will want to defeat Saya and Silene. Both of them specifically for their expedition rewards. We'll want Zoe and Grisbolt for maybe just their ancient tech points, but I think it's for something else. Boy, can I not remember what though. I'm drawing a blank on that one for some reason. But then Marcus and Phalaris, we want for Sulfur. We're gonna want Axel and Orsurk for coal, and then we want Lily and Lylene for the ore mining site too. What's my best run? The one I think will be the hardest for anybody to beat would be the all-pal deck that I did before we got new pals in the game. So it was 167 pals. I did that in 3 hours and 43 minutes, and I don't recall how many seconds. But that run, I'm pretty proud of that run. That was a good run. That one was on custom settings, so we were able to level up incredibly quickly. I came up with a lot of the strategy throughout that run, but it was a lot of me talking with Pal Souls, the other runner who was running the category with me, and the one who inspired me to get back into speedrunning. I was just playing pseudo-casually before he was brought me back into speedrunning, seeing that it was a possibility to continue with this current patch, and then I was like, well, I should see what we can actually get done in these patches, and here we are. Considering of doing a full run, it's gonna be something. That's a crazy time. Yeah, I mean, you could. We had max damage, so we were absolutely crushing everything. But that said, we were also ooh, it's an hour and 20 minutes. Will we get a meteorite event? Sorry, I got caught in the middle of my own thoughts. We got, you know, really good, pretty much everything in that run, and it doesn't look like we're going to get a meteorite event. So I think it is an hour and a half into the run until our first meteorite event. So, since we're here, get that. Give ourselves a little bit more ammo. It's not much, but it's something. But since we were able to do insane amounts of damage, we were able to defeat Xenolord... Or not Xenolord, Blazamut Ryu in, like, I want to say it was 7 rocket launcher shots. So we were stat boosted out the wazoo. That said, I still think it would be very tough for somebody else to beat that run on this patch or a previous one. So I'm pretty proud of it. Don't like using the milk there, but that's alright. Work slave! Hey, that's actually really good. There's usually a pal that spawns down there, but okay. Guess not this time. Let's go grab this Lifmonk effigy right up here. If we don't run into another Relaxarus, we're just gonna be okay with it for right now, I think. Nope, there we go. I am so bad at hitting Relaxarus in a weak spot. It doesn't seem like I ever do. It's terrible. One pal I seem to always struggle with hitting the weak spots. Okay, we should now have one Anubis ready for us at the base. So we go back, get ourselves the Anubis. Ugh, I hate waiting for that. Bottomless stomach and coward. Yep, that's exactly what we're expecting from this. Unfortunate, but still, it is an Anubis. What do we need for our next? I can't see. Fluffy pal bed, so we need more nails. That should be enough. Let's go ahead and up the base just a little bit. And at this point, I'm kind of content with where we're at. I feel like this is the type of start that we need, potentially with catching a few more relaxers before we die. Well, we're gonna need some... Is that how many we need, or do we need more than that? I think we need more than that, don't we? Technology. Yeah, we need 9 more. Do you stream on Twitch as well? No, not right now. I've been streaming on YouTube for the last while, just to keep it consistent, steady and consistent. Almost always from 6 p.m. Central Standard Time until 8 or 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Allows me to wind down a little bit after a stream and then get to bed and go to work on time. But Saturday, the plan is 11 a.m. Central Standard Time until I catch all the pals on default casual, which could very well be 24 hours or longer, which is a little scary. That's a serious. We could do the serious, but that one also has bottomless stomach. This one, not work speed passives. So we didn't end up catching anything that I'm really happy with from the cellar rays. That's a bummer. I would have liked to have caught in some stuff that was really nice. Now the question is, since we're not going for the level 50 speedrun, but rather the all pals, meaning we have to beat Xenolord, it's probably tempting to go right now to the Hill of Beginning and hunt chickapees and lamb balls and things for good traits. That would also give us the food that we need for quite some time. I think that's probably what we would do. I think is once we get to this stage where we have an Anubis, or we're waiting for an Anubis, probably just go do the hunting that we need. Hopefully get some good traits. Get ourselves food for the base so that they're able to work efficiently. Watering is definitely going to be our weak point here. I should put in a Relaxarus. The Relaxarus work slave would be worth putting in. And then we're at an hour and 27 minutes. I want to see if we get a meteorite before... Well, we shouldn't get one before an hour and a half because I did some save and load strats. So we shouldn't see anything for a little bit. Interesting to see. Did anything happen to the hardcore world? Yes. Yes, something did happen. Oh, meteorite. I'm wondering if it's an hour and 25 and we got about 2.5 minutes of load time. But this would be a scary one for us. We wouldn't necessarily want to do this location because that's exactly why. Shoot, dude. That would be so sad in the run because we only have megaspheres, meaning we're going to have to put in work to, yeah, to catch this Xenogard. Oh, man. So we would want to go over to, I think we get to where Wixen is. Now, if it was a supply drop, that'd be pretty sick, as that would just give us really good spears. But yeah, no, this would be bad. About as bad as what happened to the hardcore world. Okay. Good to know. About an hour and 25 before we can spawn a meteor. If we have spears like this, which we would want to get over to the crevice so that we can grab... Actually, while I think about it, we would want to do this too. So that we could grab potentially a Xenovator. It's tempting to do it. It's tempting to do it there, but we would have to have closer to level 31 by the time we got that, so our damage wouldn't be so abysmal. We would also still have really low level Palspheres like we have right now with the Megaspheres. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the plan is to do another one. Realistically, I was kind of planning on doing one this week, but then I saw that other people were speedrunning again, and I got so excited that other people were speedrunning again. And I had an idea for another speedrun that I kind of went with it, and here we are now. Getting ready for a potentially very, very long run. But yes, the plan is probably starting next week, either Monday or Tuesday. Monday I don't have work because it's a holiday in the States, but at the same time, I will have just finished playing Palworld for a very long time in a row, potentially 24 hours or more, hopefully less. And if that's the case, we'll see how I'm feeling on Monday. And, yeah. Speedrunning is competitive, and that drives you to keep going. Oh, yeah. It's just one of the things that I do to keep playing the game, but I think it's just that I almost never do the same run multiple times in a row, except for the Palpedia runs. I did those a lot in a row, mostly because, Palsold was competing with me, and I was having a lot of fun trying to beat him, and I think we had a good relationship going down, trying to, I don't know, race to get the fastest time. Both of us didn't think the time could go sub 5 hour or sub 4 hours. Actually, we were pretty certain sub 5 hour was going to be the one that got broke. But then sub 4 hour, I think I surprised both of us by getting it down to 3 hours and 43 minutes. I know I was surprised that it was able to get that low. It was a pretty insane run. So let's see. If we were running this, we would probably be over at the crevice right now. I would make sure that we got a grappling hook before we went. And we don't have any technology for our hang you, so we would want to get hang you. We would probably work to get... Would we put Anubis at the other base? That's level 3. Level 3 handiwork. Would we work to just get more Anubis? We definitely need more Anubis, too. Like, four at a base would be nice, but then we're going to need a lot for Pal Souls, like the actual large Pal Soul and stuff like that. Not the speedrunner. As well as we would need we would want at least one Anubis max condensed, I think, for the strategy that I would do to level up to level 60. So it probably wouldn't hurt to continue breeding some low-level Anubis. Some, like, doesn't matter what they are Anubis. They've got 4 handiwork and 3 mining. That's worthwhile having them Anubis for the early game. And yeah, I think that's the plan. Breed more Anubis as we go along. So I would want to make sure that we would keep breeding. We're out of honey, so we would need to get more honey. If we don't get a bee guard, we would have to go kill some more. I'm wondering if I just go a little bit slower to move the base up here, or if I even just start the base up here. I might start the base up here and just build everything off to the side so that I don't have to run back and forth, because running back and forth takes quite a bit of time. But if I was right here and getting everything built and just starting with the base, it wouldn't be too hard to move. Granted, the moving of the base didn't take that long either. What is... Do we need the... We don't. So we could get kindling up pretty quick. 50,000 workload. How much is a cake in comparison? That's like 300? Oh, it's only 2,000? I guess I never really looked at that. I thought that was a lot more. Or, sorry, a lot less. Oh, no, 300 is like the late game stuff, isn't it? Like Minestrone and stuff. Okay. Because Salad's what, 70? 40? Oh my gosh. Things that I don't have off the top of my head. So, okay, it would take forever to get the kindling 10% faster. That's unfortunate. So that's not a way to go about it. At least not quite where we were thinking. But with this, we would be all set up and ready to go. Let's see if I have enough. I don't. And unfortunately, we didn't get a wandering merchant in our first hour. At least not one that I noticed. Look at that, though. That one's so good. We got lucky with that one. Serious plus no bad traits, so it's 20% faster work speed with no negative traits. That would have been... We would be so happy with that in the speedrun. Something like that would be ideal. So then we would have at least 2 Anubis working, plus the Reptiro, or... Probably really want to buy a Reptiro. The level 3 kindling, I think, is just too important, so... Probably a few more Black Marketeer hangs and really wait for the nobles to come in so that we can save the money when we purchase everything. So do we go for something like 100,000 gold? I think it's still a smart idea to go straight over to the small settlement right away. But we would have enough to make a short bow or an old bow very quickly. The old bow we could use to help get our early levels in because we can't run up to things quickly enough. Run over, get some ore and stone. Make sure we're all set for that. Okay. I think I have the idea down for everything here. What would it feel like to go over to... Oh, of course, we're on glider tech still. What would it feel like to go over to... Oh, we don't have any... We're gonna go over Sea Wixens and all those pals over here. Is that too far out? No, just not. Wait, it's gonna be an easy one. Or is it too far? Really? We're gonna fall. Wow. Just barely. That's unfortunate. Let's try from here. So if we go over here, and that's not far enough. I don't think it is. Because then we could get those Xenovators if they popped. We could still get some decent spheres from it. And dang, what the heck is with this area not wanting to launch me out? Really? We're gonna fall if we go farther than that. Okay, so I'm wondering if that's just a bad, like, for some reason we're able to stand right here, and that looks very, very much like a non-standable area. Can we climb glitch this one? I'm just curious now that we're here. Oh, it looks like you could. Yep. Oh, good times, Palworld. That's not the plan, but that is something to keep in mind now. Now, last time I did this, it acted like I was running over him. Okay, it's gonna have to do enough damage to stun him then. Got it. See if we can't catch some Wixens. See how that feels at this particular level. So, Wixen up yonder. Might as well go for it. We're pretty much done with this testing run. So we can go ahead and use milk or anything else with Wild Abandon and not mind too much. I thought I saw a Wixen. Did I not see a Wixen? This would also be a good way to potentially get a bee guard. And if we used that to get more honey, that would be better than just going for a few kills on Cinnamoths. So that we can make it a little bit more usable. Reusable. A fine furs Wixen. That would be nice to get too. There was a lot of nice stuff in this practice round that I hope is replicatable when we run on Saturday. Okay, so capturing these Wixen is not that bad, honestly. That's not a Wixen that we had right now. I don't think so. We do have to make sure we don't die to the Arsox. The Arsox definitely have some annoyance to them.
Yeah.
Missed rats. Okay, Wixen would definitely be worth grabbing. Even if we already have Anubis, I think it'd be worth it. That way we can level 1 up and get ready to use that in the Lily and Eileen fight.
Yeah.
I should say condense 1 and level 1 up. We could also just use that as experience, leveling up, getting the Xenolords, Xenovaders. Not the Xenoguard. The Xenoguard does not spawn here. So those ones would be much easier to capture than the one that's in the Fisherman's Point by the volcano. If we were to happen to get that. Of course, the supply drop would be much lower, which would be a bummer, but you gotta take the good with the bad. Ah, so like this. If we got bee guards, that'd be really convenient so that we could go ahead and put a ranch down. Ranch some bee guards.
Yeah.
Or at least a bee guard. A nocturnal bee guard? Dude, we just keep getting things that I wish we had for the run. And I hope we get for the run. I missed entirely.
Yeah.
Oh, you're walking that way. This will get us most of what we want in the speedrun itself. And I don't think I've said it for a while, but if you would like to vote on whether you see glitches or not, please do by going to the link that's in the description. That is to see on Saturday, January 18th at 11 a.m. We're gonna try and speedrun Palworld, default casual, all pals, meaning we have to defeat Xenolord. And the biggest thing is a duplication glitch. I can't say it's a particularly interesting glitch, but it would save us quite a bit of time in the long run, as we would be able to just duplicate Hexalite and Plasteel and just get all the equipment and things we need really quickly. Pal spheres we would want. So go ahead, add a vote in whether you would like to see that or not. I can understand both concepts. I just wanted to see what the community would like to see better. Both are different categories on speedrun.com, and potentially we will run both categories at some point. But it will be some time before I do the next run, because, I mean, I am expecting this to be a 24-ish hour stream. So I would appreciate thoughts and inputs on this, as I would like to showcase what people are more interested in, as well as just getting some feedback would be greatly appreciated. Feedback is always appreciated. I know I have plenty to learn still on both being a YouTuber and a streamer, and what people enjoy or don't enjoy. Like, I also don't know if I could just be using... I could, but that is kind of low. Pal Spears there. But if you have preference on whether it is a glitched or glitchless run, please feel free to share. I'd like to hear your thoughts. And it's as simple as clicking the link in the description and then clicking whether you wanted to see glitches or not. So hopefully that's simple. I thought it was simple. I don't particularly normally partake in those polls, but I did want to have you guys put your thoughts forward if you had thoughts on it at all. For this run, this makes sense, I think, to come do this. We had plenty of everything. This gives us quite a few levels doing this as well, because we needed to catch all these pals. This doesn't get us the mining pals, which is kind of a bummer, but we'll be fine. Yeah, right now, Glitchless is in the lead, and I believe it's been that way since about the time I posted it. And I think that makes a lot of sense. I think both make a lot of sense, but seeing it done just as fast as possible without doing something that's truly a bug in the game, I think that holds a lot of power behind it. That said, going faster is going faster, and I mean, I can't say no to that. I'm a big fan. But it's like when I post to Reddit and people are always like, "Oh, but you used custom settings," and it was a custom settings speedrun. I'm like, "Yeah, that was the category." And then nobody likes it, and I'm like, "Okay, well, I guess I won't post to Reddit anymore about that stuff." Yeah, I think having more money overall would just be better, so that we could have got more Pal Spheres, grabbed more of everything we needed. Like, this is kind of ridiculous trying to catch these guys with Pal Spheres, and it was going really nicely with Mega Spheres. So, if we do get to this point, I think we just don't try to catch them with Pal Spheres. That would probably make the most sense. We would want to come over around the time that the meteor could spawn anyway, as we want to start the next cooldown as soon as possible. I think it is based on when the previous one goes off. I don't think it is based off of when you could potentially get them. So, like, I'm saying if you didn't spawn a meteor for 4.5 hours, is the next meteor ready to spawn earlier than if you had spawned the first one in the first hour and a half of gameplay? I don't think so. I think they're gonna spawn pretty much based on when the last one got spawned. So it's gonna be 3 hours from the last spawn, or probably give or take 30 minutes. That might be nice of them. Whoa, we caught all 12 vixens? Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Doing this at night would be particularly good too with the Lee's punks. That way we wouldn't technically have to come back here. But we didn't catch the Flambills yet. But Flambills we could probably catch with just regular Pal Spheres, because Lambells are much lower level in general. And can't see. Can't see and can't jump. There we go. But I'm excited. Just doing this little bit right here of prep of getting the Anubis earlier so we can potentially do other things earlier than in the record run, but not necessarily level faster, which, who knows? Maybe with a second attempt it will be a faster level as well. Yeah, it looks like Flambells could definitely be caught with just these spheres. Oh, and Kelpsie Ignis. I don't think I caught many Kelpsie Ignis either. Yeah. So level 9 with only 1 capture power, 83. 90 plus the 9%. That's definitely, definitely capturable at this point. Okay. I think I've done everything I wanted to with this particular world, but we do have the level 50 default casual that I have not finished playing or deleted yet, specifically for the purpose of practicing. Look at that. We were thinking ahead just a little. So this run, I went and gave ourselves a little bit of stuff so I didn't have to think about it while we were actually playing. I was doing a little bit of sanity testing and things like that too. I was pretty sure I had the right idea on everything I wanted, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't thinking of something too incorrect. Let's just go ahead and put in the Anubis, the Reptiro, and the Dromantide. Okay, cool. That should be enough. So now that we're here, I wanted to redouble check that we still get that large experience from the Predator Pal. Because I think that's probably one of the best ways to level up our pals. And if I had pals on my party, that would be helpful. Pals on my party, I think that's one of the easier ways to keep them leveled with us. Because if we are just capturing pals the whole time, like that Direhowl's level 47 and he was with us pretty much the entire way through. Granted, the Gobfins are 49, so I must have done something that leveled them up. But let's see. Dig Toys wouldn't be... We don't have anything to really do damage to Dig Toys now, do we? Now, I think this is ice damage. Oh, increase ice pal damage. This is ice damage, right? No, it's not. What am I thinking of that gives ice damage? I thought there was one that you could deploy with you besides Frostallion riding a Frostallion. Wow, my knowledge is lacking right here. Box Sparks? Nope. Don't Hog is like a grenade. Right now, Glitchless is in the lead. Oh, sorry. You read that already? I thought I saw 2 comments from you, but it was just one well later. I think it was Discovery Experience Testing. Yeah, so this is the one that actually was the 6-hour and 16-minute run that we did. So this had everything on it, and then we were looking around at experience testing as well for, experience testing for Discovery as well as Predator Pals. We had one that was really good, which was the Dig Toys. At least I thought it was really good. It was like 110,000 experience. But right now I'm wondering, you don't give us, oh, we don't even have you caught, so that makes sense. But we have adjusted our settings for right now. I think we've adjusted our settings. I actually should double check that we have not given ourselves any boosted experience or anything like that. I don't think I did. Yeah, it's default casual. Okay. One thing I both love and hate is that you can adjust the settings at any time. I would love a locked settings button or something similar to that. So like if you started the world, it has to stay that type of settings all the way through. Like you wouldn't be able to change anything with it. I think that would be very interesting. Let's just use this party. We're gonna mostly be fighting on foot anyway, I think. Because the Predator Pal seems to have a lot of damage on them. Even at this level, we were... Oops. I wanted to look at the inventory when I was flying. Okay, we have the palmetto armor, so we have quite a bit of defense on us. And we could easily see this pal just shred us to pieces. Nothing. So we just go past it. Get ready to come back in. I want to make sure that I give him enough distance. I think we mark right there. It's 157. That's about the distance we need to unrender and re-render. But just in case he was closer to us than what we had marked, we're going to go up to 184. That should render and potentially reload and render in the dig toys. Not this time. And in case you guys didn't know, pretty much every location has a spawn location. So like we see that there's a Fanglope sleeping right there. If we get back here in a relatively fast time, it probably won't be a Fanglope, but another pal will have spawned in that particular spawn location. And then there are event locations for things like Dr. Braun spawning or Predator pal spawning. So we are going to potentially get a... I don't think we went quite far enough for that one. But see, there's Incinerams here this time. But every pal works that way. It's particularly useful when it is a Mimog. If you're Mimog farming and you just wanted to look, you could definitely get one through constantly getting to and away from that location. Let's just use Gobfin. Why not?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it would probably be really worth it to go... Get us? Probably would really be worth it to go for a legendary assault rifle in the run too. Ooh. What? Okay, well, that's how easy the Predator Pal can hit us, even with palmetto armor, and absolutely kill us. Interesting. I thought I could just run from that attack, but it looks like I'm gonna actually have to dodge too. Good reminders / things to learn. Now, I don't think I have particularly good Gobfins, right? Yeah, they're just Gobfins. So we don't have any Stronghold Strategist or anything like that to make the defense go up. It's potentially worthwhile giving ourselves a defense amulet to make things better. I was also hungry. Yeah, that is also fair. So there's that. Let's see. I just want to double check the experience on that. I could just look at the old record or the old VOD, but let's go ahead and look. So like that person always spawns there, right? It's the same thing for other event locations. We're coming up on that spot that I said the Fanglope would be. It'll be right here. It's now an Incineram. Look at that. Every time. That's just how the game works. It generates a location with a random pal, but it's always the same location each time. But that is how event spawns have specific locations. Mimogs can take the place of any pal, but it's at a pretty low rate. But that's why a lot of times people will farm Mimogs in the volcano crevice area. But as long as you're like somewhere around 150 to 200 meters away, the pal will stop being rendered, and then you can try to respawn that particular pal or that location at least. So let's see if we can't reload in this dig toys. So here we're just going 200 meters away, which is probably overkill by quite some. And I've also noticed that a lot of times, that pals will stay rendered in if they are like engaged in combat with you for a lot longer than they should. you know, that isn't that bad a damage, all things considered. Alright, what's our damage looking like if we just... Yeah, 139,000. We get some giant pal souls for it, which is something we will desperately be wanting. So it might really be worth farming some predator pals, which means I need to learn where more predator pals are. I know where a couple are, but not that many to be too honest. Decoys is probably worth going for. But do we end up building a base by one for the experience? Because that was good experience for the pals too. I want to remind myself what the experience was here, see what the pals get for experience as well. But do we wait until we're higher level to do it? We might, because I particularly like breeding with the electric egg incubator, and with less than that, it's just super annoying. Doing it one by one, not my favorite, especially considering how many we're gonna need to breed. This is definitely not the location to get to this particular predator pal, but, well, maybe it is. Yeah, Dogen. That's the laser. Yeah, see, so that one we were able to just run away from. I don't... Do we have lower movement when we're... Okay, the pals get 15,000... Wait, that's it? Even though I'm at 157? Did I just retain experience? Oh, I must have retained experience. How did I retain experience? But if that's only 15,000, which would make sense, it was a level 28. Let's see. There's a Dazamu here in the desert. Let's double check if that's worth killing. Nice, we got it to spawn right away. Okay, level 47, so it should be on par with, or even slightly better than the dig toys we were finding earlier. Nope, I wasn't thinking that's what you're doing. 236,000 for the pals there. Yeah, okay, so that could definitely be something. 236,000 is a good chunk of experience, and that's good experience for us too. The fight itself was pretty darn quick with the pump action and the rocket launcher, and neither of them are legendary or anything like that. And it would probably be even faster with the legendary assault rifle. So let's remind ourselves how to get over to Blazamut so we can farm Blazamut. Because I think we're going to want the legendary assault rifles so that we can do this all much faster. So let's see. I think this is the direction I usually go if I am going for Blazamut. think it's right down there, right? Or is it somewhere else that I'm not thinking of? I think it's right here, right? Yeah, there he is. So we could end up putting a PAL box right around here, which I've definitely done in the past. We're just gonna delete this base, just for testing purposes to make sure. Yep, okay, so we could have a base right here. We could use this as a handful of things, probably, to help get cake ingredients to start with. So just chickpeas and things like that. And we could use it to constantly spawn the Blasmut. So then that would allow us to potentially get the assault rifle, legendary assault rifle. And that would make everything just much better. Plus, the Blasmut farming itself is probably some okay experience. It's not going to be nearly as good as what we just did, but... just for fun, kill him this time. 112,000. Actually, that's quite great. Oh, that was a sulfur node. That's fine. See if we ended up getting lucky on this one. Nope. Okay, good. Glad. We want to get lucky on the run itself. But 112,000... Do we... See, the thing is we're using the gob fins right now, which means that this fight is faster than it would be normally. I think it is worth farming for him, though. We could do it close to level 46, because what is he, 49, right? Yeah. Probably wait until 47 at the earliest. Otherwise, we have to wait for way too long with the damage reduction. Wait too long? The fight would take a lot longer than I would want it to, thanks to the damage reduction. Just to double check. We can put a PAL... Since when could we put a PAL box in Blasmut Ryu's cave? Blasmut Ryu, Blasmut's cave. This has not been a thing. What? Oh, if we can do that... Okay, now we have to find out when the next day happens if he'll spawn. Because we could just deploy Jormuntides or something at the base, and every time we load in, the Blasmut's just going to get blasted by Jormuntides. And then not worry about the fight so much, or not worry about catching him so much, but just the fight to get the kill. What? Since when could we do that? Could we always do that? Did I just never try that? Because I've definitely tried to build around the area, but not in his cave. What? Okay, so that's really cool. Now, the other thing was Sakurajima Caves. We did a little bit of that yesterday. Yesterday? The day before. Let me find where I put beacons so we can fly around. There we go. And actually, I want the Killamari too. Okay, there we go. Let's double check if one of these caves up here is open. See what the experience is at the end of the cave itself. I think we will want to run caves around this level regardless. As... No, I didn't make a feedback. The caves themselves will allow us to get the attack pendants, defense pendants, things like that. And potentially some nice schematics as well. So I think it is worth doing them. I can't imagine it not being worth it, to be honest with you. The other question is, What should we put our Lift Monk effigy to? We can get the exotic spheres from expeditions. We should get a lot of pretty much everything. Yeah. Because of the expeditions, we shouldn't have to worry too much about a lot of this. Question is how long are we going to have to wait for expeditions until we can really get some strong Vermintide Ignises? I don't have a Dedicatrix Ignis. $127,000 for me, 165,000 for the party pals. Granted, that was a full fight with 2 gobfins, so it wasn't particularly fast. But we did get a handful of money. The life pendant times 2, or plus 2, I guess I should say. That's definitely worth it. And again, we would have chances for schematics, like a legendary, or at least like a epic rocket launcher, or shotgun, or maybe the assault rifle. I think the assault rifle drops here. And if that's the case, I feel like it is definitely worth doing these particular runs. I can definitely stop the timer. This is no longer a run. This is just testing and getting ourselves ready to go. With this run, with stamina, I think we would want to go up like this. Oh, wait. They said they fixed grapple from mounts. Is it true? Oh, I'm so happy about that. That was so frustrating trying to grapple from mounts and being like, oh, I can't. Dang, that makes me happy. The number of times I would get off a pal to grapple now, I'm probably gonna have that ingrained into me, is to hop off the mountain and go. I trained myself to not do that, and then I had to retrain myself to do that, because I kept getting myself knocked straight into the ground when I tried to grapple. Now, would it be worthwhile trying to kill or kick it on a run for a little bit of oil? I don't know. Two crude oil? That's usually 1 or 2, right? It was this one, I believe. It was straight. Yeah, this looks right. Yep, everything looks correct. Lulu. Let's see. They don't give any boosted experience. That's kind of a bummer. But that's decent. 93,000 experience for us. The beautiful flowers are another thing. Okay, I forgot Lulu dropped beautiful flowers. But there's another one right there. So, see, we just got a plasteel armor schematic. Getting drops like that could definitely be valuable. It's not just the Faybreak caves. It would be Sakurajima and Faybreak, I feel like would be worth it. I think we go for the Bellinor Libero slabs through expeditions so that we don't have to do that. Let's remind ourselves what expedition that is. I'm pretty sure it's Lily and Lylene will give us some, or is that just regular Bellinor and we have to go for the Marcus and Phalaris before we can get them? That, I'm definitely hitting yes. There is no way I missed yes on that one. So something is stopping me from respawning when I do that sometimes. That's weird. Will I have room here to put that back down? We can go ahead and get anything out of the way to make it. PAL Expedition. Nice. Got it. So now we just do a quick check, see if this is worth our while. I mean, it's going to be worth our while, but worth our while early. We kind of did it a little bit. Bellinor Slab. Okay. Rain Syndicate, which is Zoe and Grisbolt. The Cavern Mushrooms so that we could get the defense from the Medicine Tree might be worth doing still. This is only really worth it for the Ancient Power manuscripts while we are going for other things. The Bellinor Slab Fragment is nice, but we should get those from the Wildlife Sanctuary anyway. It is Axel and Orsurk. Okay, so we wanted to beat Axel and Orsurk anyway for the coal mining site. This also gives us Ultra Spheres, which could be incredibly useful. The large Pal Souls are really big. Cavern Mushrooms are really, really nice. Yeah, we can run this a few times without any qualms. Be very happy with that. Okay, this is essentially the same thing, except we get coal instead of sulfur. And then the Eikthadir Venison would be really nice, so we can make Eikthadir Loco Moco for a 20% attack buff. I don't know if there's too much of a difference in terms of the drop number of each item, but the firepower count is way higher. Does the PAL expedition have to be inside the base circle, since PALs seem to just teleport once you place them? Yes, it unfortunately does need to be inside there. Then we do want to get to the Dark Cave of Faebreak, which means we need to defeat Bastagor, Bjorn and Bastagor. So we definitely need this for the Mammoth Stake. The Ancient Civilization cores are really good. Crude oil, chromite, and exotic spheres, all incredibly good. So we're going to need to condense pretty strong for this. But we're going to be doing that anyway for the Xenolord fight. So I think we should be able to get this time down fairly quickly in, I don't know, 10 hours. But will we even start this in 10 hours? Because we have to beat Bjorn and Bastagor at that point. So that's definitely something to consider. We can go ahead and double showcase that. We try to put the breeding section out here. Structures out, overlaps with another. Must be built within range of a base. So you can see the red box on the screen. If you're not colorblind, it says must be built within range of a base. So unfortunately, yes, it must be. So something like this would work, where a lot of it is outside of your base, but the circle is within. But the circle itself has to be within the range of the base. So we could do that, where we've got a good chunk of it sticking outside the base. The only thing I don't like about something like that is this is a building that we like to go to pretty frequently. So we would need to get over to this section to open up and send our pals out, you know. And each time we run over to it, it's going to take, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds, and you're gonna need to, or we're gonna need to do that a lot. I will run over to it a lot. Obviously, we wouldn't put it in a place like this because it's really hard to get to, and it makes navigating everything really not the easiest thing. But actually, it looks like we. Oh no, it just makes us fall. That's nice. Oh, look at that. We're really blending into our surroundings here. Don't know how we're breathing, but, you know. Okay. Hopefully a future update allows us to expand base circles. Yeah, it would be nice. You know, there's a lot we can do to combat the trouble of it all, but there is only so much one can do. Okay. Let's practice getting ourselves some duplications. So I like to place a chest, let's say thereabouts. we should be able to put all of this away. What is our count on ingots and things? Do we want... I think we go with the gold, because that's just more circuit boards. In the case that we do end up doing something like this. So, we line it up, and we go like that. And let's see if we got it on the first try. 229! It looks like we got it... Oh my gosh. Did we get that one? No. So what this is you are using the edge of the base to stop yourself from making the item by making you not have the materials on you. But when you're inside the base, you do have the materials on you. So you have a fraction of a second. I don't know what the actual time frame is that you need, but you can move out of the base as you build the structure, and you will be able to duplicate materials that way. Unfortunately, it is not particularly something I am great at, which is why we're going to do just a little practice, just in case we do have a comeback for wanting to see the glitched run. But as you can see, we're already getting hundreds of PAL ingots if we do get this correctly. As well as some circuit boards and some nails and some cement. But we haven't gotten it correctly since the first try. So we'll just do a few little practices here. See if we can't get it. It is not the trick I am good at. Can't say I'm particularly in love with this trick, but I do think it's like such a convenience when you go for hexalite, for plasteel, for even PAL metal ingots. Just being able to duplicate all those particular... there we go, we got it. So we can put in, now we're at 329. Just being able to duplicate all those ingots instead of waiting for them to be made. Especially the hexalite and plasteel. You don't have to go and farm large quantities of oil. Let's just go ahead and give it a few more practices here. Okay, so there is a world where we only have our movement out that quickly. But then, once we've duplicated items like this, we would have the ability to, like there's now 429, we would have the ability to move on to bigger things. So we can do this with crude oil extractors as well and start duplicating 50 circuit boards and 250 PAL metal ingots at a time. Then we would be able to go into the plasteel and start duplicating 20 plasteel ingots for just a little bit until we get to the refrigerated crusher, where we start duplicating 30 plasteel and 50 PAL metal ingots at a time. And then we start getting into the really big stuff. The the gigantic furnace with 150 plasteel absolutely makes plasteel not a concern at all if we were to do it. As well as we would be able to duplicate hexalite with plasteel and circuit boards and just everything, right? So we'd be able to start just duplicating anything based off of these items. I would just double check which ones I actually wanted to use. I'm assuming it's just the advanced workbench and the advanced sphere assembly line. Yeah, those are the two that we would really want to go for 50 hexalite. And then when we get to 60, we get to the large scale electric egg incubator, which we are going to probably need more than one of. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But then we would start duplicating 100 hexalite at a time with 50 circuit boards, ancient civilization parts, and ancient civilization cores. So, definitely a way to speed up everything, especially if we can start making multiple large-scale electric egg incubators. Could definitely do a large number on making everything go quick and easy. We can also get electric organs very easily this way with the large power generator by duplicating 200 electric organs at a time, along with the 200 PAL metal ingots. Just gonna run a couple more of this just to see if I can't get a little bit more consistent with this, but I think for the most part, I'm going to be done. Probably going to go check out what Sadistic was talking about with, I'm trying to remember what that show was. I'll look back through what the chat was saying and see what that show was that you were recommending. No need to worry about saying it once again. But now we are just duplicating. We're at 500. That looks good. 600. That might have been it. 700. 800. Wow, we're cooking. That was okay. Still not good enough. Still at 800. That was probably good. 900. Nice. That might have been it. 1,000. That might have been it too. Nope. And, yeah, so this was what you would get to see some of. We wouldn't have to do too much to get all the necessary parts that we need. This particular item would have already been used up since we already have 1,000 Palmetal ingots. We would have switched over to something that made way more than that very quickly, like the large power generator. Potentially moving into the cold food box for a little bit for the plasteel and so on and so forth. Because we wouldn't need that many Palmetal ingots going forward. We do need the circuit boards, but we should have enough with just about 200. So we would just duplicate a couple more with a more circuit board heavy item. There's 1,100. And this is just what I do. I use the chest to give myself about a one-click move away. So if I just tap my keyboard, it moves me out. So I just tap and left-click almost at the same time. And then we're able to duplicate our items at an okay rate. Not a too great one, but you know what? It's a really silly glitch. It's a really great one for getting ingots, but yeah. This is it. This is the end of the practice here. Just getting a little bit more consistent with this. And I will reserve the right to do this if the run gets to like 22 hours long and I'm like, it's gonna take way too long to get everything and beat Xenolord. Because I do want to complete the run, and if it's going to be way longer than 24 hours and I'm not feeling like I'm going to be able to stay and complete it, I might. That said, I'd also consider just taking a break and letting the stream run. Not like a break, but just one where I like go, maybe lay down for an hour or something and come back with just a little bit more of a refresher. But hope it won't be too difficult on Steam Deck. You know, it used to be fairly easy, which is how it got discovered, but I would say now it is not easy at all. It doesn't look hard, but like I constantly feel like, oh, I got that one. Nope, didn't get it at all. Like that one I felt great about. Okay, actually I think I got that one. So I feel like I got that one too. Okay, we did get that one. Alright, maybe it's easier than I'm saying. Maybe I'm just bad at it. But for solo play, it's another reason why when I see people post videos about Palworld, about like the achievements they've done, I'm like, I don't know. I have to take it with a grain of salt. Did they do something like this? I don't know. But it's always just entertainment. But at the same time, when stuff like this is in the game, it's hard to take particular videos that you might catch other things with without being a little bit more critical of what they could have done to get to where they did, outside of just adjusting game settings. Because once you're willing to adjust game settings on something that you said was supposed to just be a specific type of run, are you really going to not do the easy route out on other things? I think yes for a lot of people. Truthfully, I think yes for a lot of people. I'm kind of a optimist on stuff like that, but thought that one was it. But I'm also a pessimist where I'm like, since I know that's a thing and I know I get tempted to do stuff like that, I know how easy it could be to just give in and actually, you know, do it. Nice, 23. Let's do this. Let's see how much I get. We're at 23. How many can we get in the next handful? Let's say 5 minutes. Let's say I did want to duplicate for 5 minutes. There's 24. Nice. Starting off strong. That felt good. 25. Wow. Still 25. That one felt really good. 26. I was right. Oh, Anubis, you're in the way, dude. That felt good. Nope, was not good. But, I don't know, this is a pretty mindless, but unfortunately not consistent setup I've found. And there used to be ways to, like, roll when you were building, but you can't do that anymore. Like, it's the action button to switch things. Oops. So... 27, 28, 29, oh my gosh. Ooh, dang. Dang, I also thought that one was it. 30? Yeah, so really we could get quite a few ingots in a very short amount of time. And you can do this with any building, including oil extractors. You just have to have the oil node. 31. But this is one way I could have... I mean, I knew about this glitch well before Faybreak came out, and I could have easily have made content with all of the latest gear and upgrades because I duplicated everything, but I was having too much fun and I didn't want to cheat myself the fun of Faybreak, so here we are, just doing it now, showcasing it now. 33. We got like 10 within 3 minutes. That's pretty solid. There we go. I think that was it. No, it wasn't. That felt good too. No. That could have been it. 33 still. Man. Was on a roll, but now we are not doing so great. 33. Still 33. Dang. Yep, and this is why I don't particularly like this glitch. I am just so not good at it. I think I just clicked that one like before I even started moving. Oops. Granted, we had a good couple of duplications there. That might be it. 34. Yeah, that felt really good. That felt good too. No. That was probably it. 35. Yep. That was probably it. 36. That was probably it. 37. Let's go. I don't think so. 37. 38. 38! Let's go! Ooh, that could be it too. 39? Dang, sometimes we just get rolling. I'm not sure what exactly I'm doing differently. 40. Still 40. 41. Nice. Still 41. Unfortunate. So Handfeld, what are you gonna use this glitch for? What are you wanting to farm up? Still 41. Alright, let's call it at 5. 42! Oh my gosh. Dang, we nearly got 2,000 ingots in 5 minutes. And that could be hexalite. Like, I want to make that perfectly clear. If you got really good at that, you could be duplicating the large-scale egg incubator. You could get 2,000 hexalite in 5 minutes. Yeah, that's not something I'm going to make a guide on. I don't know if I want to make that more known than it already is. That said, it's tempting because I think that it would get lots of views. Because I tell you what, I am trying to play that YouTube game of seeing what we can do to get views and content out there for people to watch and see if we can keep growing this community. I loved that we had our little anime discussion earlier, Goku versus Saitama, some Gurren Lagann thrown in there. Other little chats here and there. I've been really enjoying having you guys all here, hanging out. Just not far into your world yet, but once you get there, you'll probably go for the rare metals. Yeah, it's probably not worth it for Palmetal. It kind of is, especially if we did crude oil extractors, because we could just get ourselves 10 crude oil extractors very quickly by doing this duplication glitch, right? We only have to be able to duplicate 9 to 10 times if we wanted to have some Palmetal left over. And that would give us all the circuit boards and all the Palmetal we would need. So if we did do this glitch, I guarantee you that's what I would go for, is I would mostly start duplicating once we got into the later game, where we would be able to just put down all the oil extractors we would need to potentially keep going. Probably duplicate some large power generators so I didn't have to spend money on electric organs. And then we would probably then just go into duplicating, not Palmetal. No, we don't need to worry about this either. Probably just go straight into duplicating plasteel. Plasteel and more plasteel. And then we'd get into more plasteel and Palmetal and circuit boards. It could just be very, very useful, especially if we try to go for missiles. I'm not sure if I want to go for missiles yet or not. I think I do. I think that's probably one of the easier ways to go for it, but we would need the multi-guided missile launcher in order to make use of it, which means my least favorite content, oil rig runs, but probably necessary. But then once again, hexalite and plasteel. That would, duplicating this at level 56 would save so much time. We would just have to get up to 50 hexalite, which really means that we have to duplicate. There's something with less hexalite, isn't there? Thought there was something with less hexalite. Is it just later in the levels? Oh, the advanced chest. Yeah. So there we go. We would need to get to maybe 58 first before we duplicated hexalite, because that's how slow a hexalite is to make. And we would need the chromite and the hexalite quartz. The ore should be a non-factor. But that's only if we do duplication. And I just said do. So, you know, back to being a 5th grader. But yeah, if we dupe, then we will go about that route, and that will just speed everything up late game. If we don't, we're just gonna go for the best stuff we can. The biggest thing I think with the Xenolord fight at the end is going to have fully sold and fully or close to fully condensed Jormuntides. So the breeding is what's really scaring me. I'm thinking we can do it though. I've never glitched the Xenolord. I'm gonna have to look at the rules of speedrun.com to see if maybe if we glitch the Xenolord, that's gonna be a glitched run as well. And by glitched Xenolord, I mean like where we hide behind the rock over in the ice area, and then we could get back behind him and just keep shooting him. So I don't know if we'll do that. The goal is not to do that and to just beat the game as fast as possible, but man, the last handful of levels and the Hexlight and all that is gonna take good. I want to say an extraordinarily long time. Plasteel and Hexlight. Yep, that's it right there. Plasteel oil is pretty slow to come by, and Hexlight is unfortunately just a really slow to make metal. That said, it is not nearly impossible to get by any means. I should probably refamiliarize myself with Faybreak. We're not planning to run around Faybreak too much, but we do need to remind ourselves where the alphas are so we can do the Bjorn and Bastigor fight, because that's locked behind some content. In fact, let's do that right now. I was thinking I might do that tomorrow off stream, but you know what? I'm not quite ready to be done streaming just yet. So this is my 100 days world. I have been using it with casual settings as of lately. But we were able to beat Xenolord before we got to day 200. We did beat Blazamut Ryu before day 100, so that was really fun. Had a lot of fun with this world. And now we have particularly ugly base here. But let's go see. Let's go see. We got to get all the way over to here. If we were to use a Hangyu, I should have a Hangyu. Prioritize favorites. There we go. Favorite content in the future. I mean, by technicality, we're doing the Xenolord, and we're gonna go over to Faybreak. So yes, we will be somewhat speedrunning Faybreak. I just don't think right now I can't imagine going over there for too many reasons. I think that's too high. Just because the PAL levels are so high, they're hard to catch. The spots to make bases over there are not particularly high. I think we do want to actually just go around the island. Do I not have a... Oh, no, I do. Let's not kill ourselves here. Nope, that wasn't good enough. Wow, that was really slow. What the heck? Oh, that still wasn't good enough? Alright, but we didn't die. Okay, that's why we will be making 2 grapples, so I don't have to do quite like that. But then we're gonna want to wander around Faybreak with a Hangyu like this so we don't get shot down, and a flying mount. And this is what I should have done on my very first one. We will want to get a Smoky so that we can find the Chromite to start the production, but for the most part, we shouldn't need it, as the Faybreak expedition itself should get us there. But that was not the worst way to get over here. We want to keep going up so that we can get over to this particular location. And I'm not wrong, right? We just keep going until we get down to... Yeah. Not gonna be able to reach that, huh? So, moving around Faybreak is grappling hook content. As we need to not get shot down. Now, I've already disabled all of the missiles so we can fly around without any concern. But it's worth practicing, I think, the movement over on Faybreak so that we aren't too worried about things. And cancel that. And hit that and move that and bring them out. Uh-oh. Okay, well, if we get bounced off like that, that's unfortunate. Fair enough. I'll have to keep that in mind when I'm doing this, as we won't be able to fly. We can go like this, and since we have plenty of stamina, should get us over to where we want to be. You'll want to probably make sure that we are much better on our control with the grapplers by moving things out of the way so the grapplers go where we want them to. So it would be like that, so that we can then get around much easier. That's exactly what we want right there. That's a terrible grapple, but that's alright. We have the other one to get ourselves going. Then we can come back, do this, get ourselves over a little bit farther. And we want to just keep getting ourselves up farther on this particular stretch of rock and Faybreak. Because I think it's all the way up here. I'm pretty sure. Am I getting close? I'm getting close. It should be this spot right here. So if we're at the top, we can just go towards the camp and then it's right there. Yep. Okay, so then we're going to make a PAL box here so that we can get the 3 hexalite quartz, as well as... Was there... I thought there was a coal at this one too. Or a coal and oil. Nope, just at my other base, right? No, it is here. Yeah, right there. So we would be able to set the PAL box for the 3 and the 1 oil. Once we've done that, probably worth deactivating that camp. I think we go almost directly west. Actually, it's a little bit west-northwest, so depending on everything, it actually could be worth it to just launch ourselves. I could see that being worthwhile. Would it be... It might be too fast, actually. Because we're going to need the hexalite, we're going to need the oil. And then we would make it over to this base. Okay, yeah, that's nice and easy. Just around that rock there. This base can get 2 hexalite nodes as well as the oil. So that's another 2 hexalite, 1 oil. That should be the pathing to get there. So top of, or I should say the bottom of that section right there. And then we fly around that. Good old Jetragon. Feels good to be on Jetragon once again. And then the other question is do we go for the Jetragon early? The damage would be so low, but his movement could be really nice. Let's see. this one, I need to come back up this way. Didn't quite make it. Oh, didn't quite make it. Right, just a little bit more to the north. Yeah. Reminding myself of Fabric. Haven't done too much Fabric content since Fabric released. Right here. Okay. Then for Bjorn and Bastigor, I'm pretty sure we need Dazzy, Cryolinks, and Capridy, and I think that's it. I'm pretty sure as long as we do those, but then I think Cryolinks probably needs Omaskull. I guess I'm gonna have to double check. So let's do this last little double check. Oops. Let's go back to level 50 default. We're gonna go ahead and fix our damage from to be much better, damage 2 to be much better, damage 2 from... Oh, and the bigger one, stamina, just so I don't have to deal with it. I'm gonna load this in. I'll be right back. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure we're not starving. Could probably just respawn, but that's alright. Should not worry about it too much. Let's get ourselves over to Fabric. Oh, do I have... I don't think I have a hang you. Which would have been really convenient. That's alright, we'll live with that one. Well, one of the platforms is gone. Alright, with that, if we were really good, we would have practiced getting over here, but I think I just want to see, even with max stamina, what is the potential? Now, we only have 110 stamina on this character. Probably would be worth getting much more than that. Could we just go around? Or do we want to go in there so we could get to the hex? No. If we can, we go around. And then I think there's no way we would have enough stamina to sweep in like this. If we did, that would be the most ideal way to go through it, but I don't think we'll have enough stamina. And then it's a matter of a ground mount and grappling hook to get over to this hill to where we died when we were a default casual hardcore. The sadness. But we're better at grapple hooking now. Let's see if we can't get ourselves up there without any too big of a concern. Okay. Give ourselves location for the grapple hook. We only have one, but we should still be able to use some fairly good stuff with this. It's alright. Got us up. The first little ledge. We should be able to make it up this. This is going to be kind of a frustrating one, though, because it's going to shoot us out backwards a few times. I think we do go ahead and make it over off to this side. Yeah, that makes more sense. I guess with the stamina, I don't have to worry about the running out of stamina while in the air. But I could do stuff like this. Ooh, that's a nice little spot. that's fine. We just land. Yeah, we should pretty easily make that. And then we're at the hex light. Yep, it's that easy. And once we're here, we should have a pretty easy access over to Bjorn and Bastigor. Okay, somehow missed that. They should be, like, straight that way. Let's see what it would be like if we go this way. We do this. We shoot. It's cold. Oh, I could have activated that earlier. Whoops. I do have a shirt. Another area discovery. Okay. So a handful of area discoveries, and then if we tried to do this, it's going to say those